This is a massive event. It is a 10-day event with 20 countries. Some of them have their under-21s already at professional or semi-professional level. So we would get teams from like Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica, England, to name but a few.
And you faced strong opposition before, but with this tournament you'll be facing teams from Australia, New Zealand, South Africa. So how do you prepare to face some of the best in the world?
We start with a structure. We build on our performance academies, which we are now going to start in this new season with our under-13s. And we start working on the not just court skills, mental toughness, resilience, and the psychology of the player behind the level of play that our under-21s will get to play in 2025.
And what has the players' response been to the news?
We haven't yet spoken to them. It has been kept really quiet. You're possibly one of the first ones to know. I'm sure we will bombard it with messages and chats in the next few minutes as soon as they hear GBC News. So really looking forward to it and their reaction.
And what can you tell us about the bidding and vetting process? Who was in the running to host, and when did you first apply?
We had some other countries running up, but because of the pandemic, possibly a blessing, some had to withdraw. We then had to face that as Fiji, which was the World Youth 2021 tournament, was postponed and cancelled, finally cancelled. We thought they would be a threat and it would be awarded to them, but World Netball decided that they would award it to us. So we've been really, really blessed with their decision.
And this, of course, represents a sort of event-led tourism that these facilities were meant to take on. So will any work be required in any of the venues to sort of adapt?
We're very lucky that the Island Games legacy of buildings will not require any of the buildings to be created or built. However, there are some flooring that will need to be replaced in some of the venues to meet the standard of World Netball, but that is something that is already in hand with the Minister of Sport.
And how many people do you expect the event to attract? For example, athletes, coaches, officials, families. How many people do you foresee coming to Gibraltar for the tournament?
With participants, it's about 600, plus officials, plus delegates, because we will also be holding World Congress at the University of Gibraltar. And that will attract over 120 participants coming into Congress. And in addition to that, all the families, friends, and people from around the coast, UK supporters that are already messaging saying we're there to help or to even view. So quite a number of people.
As president, how do you feel about this?
With mixed feelings, slightly scared, very excited, overwhelmed, but definitely looking forward to it, because this is going to be a huge transformation and set the pace forward to take netball further in Gibraltar.